welcome. This is our weekly reading for October 7th through October 13th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We are all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody involved in the situation and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding that wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, check out the links that I provide below. Show your love and support to the artists and musicians and see if you find some further signs and symbols for this reading for you. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, Virgo. Welcome. This is our weekly reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Inquiring for October 7th through the 13th, 2016. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have this week for Virgo. And wisdom. Oh, Vincenco loves you, Virgo. He has a secret crush on Virgos. This is for sure. Don't you, Vinny? Hello. Hello. Well, you haven't made one appearance except for the intros this week, Mr. Vincenzo. He's been watching from the side. All right, let's pull one card for Virgo. Clarity into the week and how to ride these energies best. The Four of Batons. This is beautiful, Virgo. This could be like, you know, like a new romance. It could be like a wedding invitation. I would say it's more like a wedding proposal. You know, like somebody wants to be with you. I see. It's not really the traditional means. I feel like it's family. It's like that bond. It's something that special. Like the bond between a mother and child, which I feel like is very special, you know, like, you know, there's not really a bond like that. I feel like there's also a bond with father, but it's a mother-child sort of bond. It's a motherly bond. It's that motherly love of something that you've put a lot of energy, time, nurturing, patience, understanding, energy into, so it can grow, so it can blossom. So that could be a relationship, you know, the start of something really young, you know, the beginning point of a relationship. I feel like it's a baby, you know, like just getting started. You're nurturing something. You're, I see like bathing something even. So I feel like this is something really special to you, Virgo. Something that's almost like a baby to you, a child to you, something that's was created inside of you, male or female, an idea inside of you, something you birth, you create, you make, you thought of. You know, it was in the ether and you brought it into reality from life, or you gave it life somehow. So there's life. I hear breath, you know, the breath of life, life's breath, something like that. Maybe just breathing. I feel like the Four brings stability. I feel like the Four has come up a lot this week for everybody. So I feel like there's a lot of stability, getting grounded. I feel like this creates power, like a power source almost for Virgo. Something to nurture, something that, you know, you want to work on, you want to put your energy into, that connects your soul. It somehow gives you back fuel to keep going, to keep moving. So this could be a start of a relationship, or the start of a relationship with something. I feel like it's something you love. It could be a child. It could be a new lover. It could be another start with your partner. You know, your, I hear fiance. So maybe there's a fiance situation going on. You know, maybe you already have a baby, something like that, Virgo, or you're thinking of having a baby with somebody. It's going like that deep. Or it's just something that you want to nurture that intimately. Let's get more clarity on the Four of Batons. I feel like there's passion inside of you to do something, to work on something, to move somewhere, to work with somebody, to work, you know, with like pride in what you do, with something beautiful and independent, growing on its own because of this. Like two independent sources that work well together, dance together. I feel like it's not, you know, I'm getting children because of this card, but I feel like it's a lover as well. Maybe you have maybe it's somebody younger than you, Virgo, or you are younger than somebody else. Maybe there's an age difference. So, you know, there's almost sort of that, like, you know, I don't know, like, I mean, that, like somebody learning and somebody teaching, but I feel like roles always exchange, even when there's an age difference. I feel like there's always a center point. There's always something that's relatable and balanced and brings you together if there's an age difference. But there's also something different that rebalances your scales somehow, or puts balance onto your scale. Let's get some more clarity on the Four of Batons for Virgo, the Four of Rods, the Four of Fire. I feel like it's like the firing up of the right and left hemisphere of you, Virgo, and the right and left hemisphere of somebody else. And, you know, it all sort of circulates together, works together to create growth in both of you. I definitely feel it's a partnership in something. Something important for you. Spiritual for you, Virgo. Deep for you. Connected to your spirit. Connected to your destiny. Connected to where you're supposed to be. It's like a starting point, Virgo. Or another starting point. It's like putting a lot of energy into something so it comes back beautifully later. But it's about that experience. It's about the actual energy and the experience of the do. You know, getting ready for something. You know, getting excited about something. You know, like buying a new dress for something. Buying a new suit for something. Buying new shoes for something because it's important. Something like that. You know, I don't know where I see like getting yourself spruced up for something, Virgo. You know, getting a new hairdo or makeup or sunglasses or something. You know, something for you, Virgo. Or from somebody else for you. I don't know where that came from. That was the jumper, and that's the Page of Earth. So maybe it's a message. Maybe you're getting something from somebody else. I feel like this is the person you're working with. This is a younger energy. Either this is you, Virgo, because it's a page and it's Earth. So it could also be a Taurus or a Capricorn. But either it's somebody sort of like you but younger, or this is you and there's somebody you are maturing with. I feel like that goes both ways. But somebody like eager to learn, maybe about you, Virgo, with you. Maybe this is you feeling young, eager to learn about something new, something exciting, you know, something that you like create and you grow. I feel like there's a shyness behind her or him. You know, maybe you were behind the scenes before or waiting for something before You know, you're just sort of sitting there sparkling your beautiful light. Maybe you were waiting for something to, you know, be attracted to that light or something like that. This is somebody scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. I feel like waiting was involved, Virgo, on something. Maybe you were waiting for this, you know, chance, this experience, this dance, you know, this dance under the gazebo, you know, a heart-to-heart moment. Maybe with somebody that has an age difference. I keep getting that. So wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study, or good news about financial matters. Maybe some of you are going back to school, you know, Virgo, so you're around, maybe, you know, you feel sort of young again, like you have your backpack because you're starting something, going back to college, going back to school, maybe not even a traditional kind of school, but maybe there's age differences here. Something like that, but some people or relationships around you that are connected to your energy, connected to your light, connected to like a student-teacher thing, becoming a butterfly, blossoming. I see so many flowers, like blooming, essence, smell. I see like twinkling lights. And I feel like she has like a quartz or like a crystal ball in her hand. Like she or he can sort of foresaw the future. You know, could see things that were going to come. Could see the path. You know, saw an image, got a hint, had, you know, just followed signs to go the right direction, to find this intimate connection that's coming in. I feel like it starts with you learning something, trying something new, Virgo, making new connections with other people, getting yourself back together financially. You know, I see like you organized here. Like it was like kind of a mess before. Like, you know, sometimes when we create, it can be a mess. Sometimes before we finish cleaning, it looks like a mess. But it sort of all comes together at the end. You know, I feel like the 4 is cleaning up the mess as well. You know, organizing things, making orders, making phone calls, making lists, something like that. Like stability, the 4, the do. Let's get another card for Virgo. More clarity on the week. On the 4 of Wands, the Page of Earth. Starting something, you know, new. Being new at something, but doing it right from the beginning. You know, putting your heart into it. Hi, Vinny, what are you doing? You coming on down to say hi? All right, let's pull another card for Virgo. Storm fields. So, 9, completion. It makes me think of the Hermit and Virgo. Maybe, you know, the storm was blowing before Virgo. You know, things were sort of uprooted like trees. You know, I see like a tornado here. You know, coming close to your home, coming close to home. Missing though, just, you know, going around the bend instead. Forces of nature. Forcing yourself, or being forced to start something new, being forced to take a turn in where you were going from before to now. Learning to navigate big ass storms, Virgo, you know, learning to control these storms maybe. I feel like prayer. I feel like you could say a prayer and, you know, just sort of like calmly move your energy so that storm goes around your house. Maybe you were learning to be calm in a storm, the eye of the storm, you know, finding that center point, that balance inside of you to navigate your way out, to get through the wind, through the rain, to become a badass, Virgo. You know, I feel like there was a change in direction to bring you back to stability here, you know, to bring you completion. to change your direction, to move you towards something new, something better for you, you know? Maybe this is somebody else moving towards you as well, you know, willing to work with you, to nurture you, to put energy into you, Virgo. You know, maybe, you know, you couldn't see through the storm before, but I feel like the storm is over. The birds are already out. You've already felt your own connection to spirit, you know. I feel like, you know, God has already answered your prayers, Virgo. You know, you had to learn to navigate a storm. Hi, and he's coming to say hi. Hopefully he's not going to chase me, Virgo. Sometimes he comes down and he chases me. So let's just sum up this reading for Virgo and come to completion. I feel like this is a beautiful ending to something that's beginning for you. A beautiful beginning to something new. Maybe there was a storm before, a mess before, and I feel like it's over now. You know, there's comfort inside your home. Maybe there was comfort there the whole time. You know, you just had to wait out the storm and wait for the sunshine to come back out. All right, Virgo. I'm going to go get Vinny, and I'm going to bid you adieu. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.